So you've just been named as an executor of an estate. Do you know what comes next? Probably not. I think a lot of people have this expectation that they're going to bring this big box of paperwork to their attorney's office, and then he or she will just magically take care of everything. That tends not to be the case. Lawyers are really good at doing what they do best, which is all the legal work. They will take care of petitioning the court for probate, and after a few months you'll get your letters testamentary, which is your golden ticket to be able to do the job. But other than a few emails or calls to that attorney for some clarification, that's pretty much where their job ends and where yours begins. So just when you are in the most vulnerable time of your life, when you're grieving the loss of a loved one, you've now taken on a part-time job. So what does that job entail? Well, one of the things that your attorney and the court will need is an inventory of assets. So that means you're going to be looking through files and mail and email and maybe bill pay to figure out where your loved one has assets. Where's their money? Where are their investments? How much real property do they have? Do they have mineral rights somewhere? So you're gathering all that information. You're also paying any creditors and debts. If there's real property involved, then you are prepping that property to be sold or distributed, or at the very least a title change. And then of course you're responsible for all the personal effects, selling items, clearing things out, prepping the house to be sold, getting inheritance to the beneficiaries. So you're in charge of all of that. It can be kind of a big job. So that's where we step in. So at Executor Support, we provide a service called Executor Assistance. So what does that look like? Well, I describe it as part project manager and part personal assistance. So how we would work together is we generally would set a bi-weekly meeting or a call, and at that time we go over an agenda. And what we'll be covering are priorities, things that need to get done right away. We'll be discussing any challenges that you're facing, something that you're not sure how to deal with, maybe an antique car, where do we even begin? Maybe there's a gun collection. So we'll discuss challenges and solutions. And then also we will be giving each other homework. So I'll be taking care of some things, you'll be taking care of some things. And then after a week or two, we'll get back together again and we will go through what we got done, and we'll just keep going through that process. I love these bi-weekly calls because it keeps the tasks at hand at the forefront. We really want to be making progress on probate, because these are the kinds of things that can really kind of be put to the side or put on the back burner because they're not the squeaky wheel at the time, but there are risks involved with not staying on top of these tasks as an executor. So what are those risks? Well, you could fall behind on the decedent's taxes. You could be late in some sort of like investment issue or required minimum distribution. There are all sorts of things that could happen. And then at the very least, if an executor drags his feet through the process and just makes it very slow, then you might have some pretty awkward family dynamics, beneficiaries who are ready to receive their inheritance, and it can make for some really awkward times around the Thanksgiving table. But you don't have to do it alone. Executor Support is here to help. So when you're feeling overwhelmed or that you might be falling behind or just wish you had some support, give us a call.